Hey everyone, good morning, happy Monday. Let's get this thing. What's up, macaroons? Gary, Jocko, the core, the OGs showing up this morning, love it. And Grandpa Roger, right on, good to see ya. Morning. And Gary's up 600 bucks during pre-market. All is right in the world. All right, y'all. Well, looks like we got a legitimate looking uptrend overnight. Something like that. Holy cow, macaroons, you ran a marathon? Dang, dude. I didn't know you like to voluntarily torture yourself. Is that your first marathon? Dang, that is crazy. Well, that I mean, running a marathon is a mental game for sure. Those kind of activities can for sure improve your trading. And I think that sounds weird to a lot of people who aren't traders, but that's what it's all about, man. Being able to master mental, and yeah, that's hats off to you. I don't think I can do that. Maybe when I was in my 20s. Morning, trader boy. Interesting, Dylan. Well, yeah, I actually also cleared my cache and reloaded data a couple times this morning. So, yeah, I don't know why our bars are different. Sometimes that happens. Different data feeds or whatever. Well, looks like we had a little second entry long right here. I was not around. However, we caught this pullback, first entry, pullback. Technically, the second entry well, I don't know. I didn't really see how this bar formed. But anyway, that's our second entry above this bearish bar, which you can't take. However, this is a nice bullish bar right here. Engulfs the whole previous one. Didn't quite touch the EMA, but that's a decent setup to take a risk on. It looks like depends on how much you scalped out for. Yeah, I mean, it's already made 3 points, so I would have been out for sure. But yeah, that's a trade to take a risk on right there. Oh, okay, good, Jocko. Yeah, maybe try reloading. If your bars don't look like me and like mine, try reloading again. That's alright, Jocko. As long as it's a consistently profitable strategy, man. You're going Al Brooks style and taking a lot more trades, then more power to you. You can teach us a thing or two for sure. Zoom out on the 10K just to check this out as well. Oh dang, look. Looks like this is just kind of a continuation of yesterday. It's kind of good to note. That looks like a legit uptrend on the 10K. See if we can get any resistance at around this level. So I'm gonna throw one line on the chart here for what was our previous like range high. And then I'm gonna throw another one at the actual high of that day. So we'll see what we do around these levels here. We're gonna take a long. We definitely want to see prices clear both of these pretty convincingly. You have so many. I mean, look how many turns down at that level you have. So you got to be cautious of, you know, when you see that many touches that then go the other way, and you're there again. Tread with caution. But we'll see. I'm looking, you know, with this uptrend, I'm definitely looking to take a second entry long. And I think if we can keep above this level right here, I think I'm okay taking it from here to here. From the previous range highs to yesterday's high day. It sets up, you know, obviously how we want it. I'll consider taking that for sure. But we'll see if you can even get a close above that range area. Oh, really, Gary? Okay, well, that's good to know that on your chart this already had a break a new high. Obviously not the case on my chart, but I'll tread with even more caution now. This could be, you know, if the channel's tighter like this and you don't have this right here, then this is already the break and new high. So thanks for that info. Good morning, Christian. Morning, Zippins as well. Love it. We got the whole crew. Yeah, definitely showing some resistance here at the top. Could not break above that at all. I'm inclined to think that perhaps Gary's chart is right, and you know, this channel maybe is a little narrower and we have a break a new high. mean, I'm gonna keep my channel the same just because that's what my chart looks like, but basically I just won't take a long here. And hey, maybe if we can push down strongly below the EMA and do a failed second entry long, I might look to take that. Because again, we're coming off what used to be the range yesterday, so very good chance that this turns down again. Back is killing me. I finally got to that paver project that I was talking about. Spent most of yesterday getting after that. So it was good. Almost all the way done, but man, I'm gonna need some Tylenol, some coffee today. Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, Zippins. I did the same thing. Deleted my cache, reloaded data several times, and still getting this. So I don't know. I think it's just one of those differences that happens in tick charts sometimes, depending on where you're getting your data from, etc. Bars can be a little bit different. And yeah, Gary, totally looks like overnight highs are rejecting prices here. So definitely not looking long. Do need a pretty convincing short setup though, because this is a legit move. For sure uptrend, gotta respect it. So we'll need to see a really strong push below the EMA and a failed second entry long for me to consider things. On the 10K2, it really looks like even stronger. So gotta respect this. You know, you get a break, and I know that we're coming off of the highs here, but you can still get a break and a push up. So just be cautious of that. I don't think I'll be taking a long because, again, on some charts it looks like this is already a break new high. We'd be going straight into that overnight high area, previous range high area. So I'm not going to take a long here, but I still think it's a little bit too early to take a short. And we're pretty free and clear news-wise. Don't have anything going. No big ticket items. There will be some earnings this week, though. And that will be market moving. Taking a look what we got here. Coca-Cola already reported. We got a bunch of banks. think I'm not seeing any big tech names. But that will be coming this week for sure. Bed Bath & Beyond is reporting today. Some of those meme stocks can definitely move the market. Tomorrow is Microsoft and Google. That's going to be big. And Visa, McDonald's. Microsoft and Google will be the big ones tomorrow. Halliburton. Yeah, that is going to be volatile for sure. So we got Netflix. No. They already reported. So did Tesla. But yeah, anyway, big names for sure coming up this week. Market should be volatile. And I'm definitely not going to try to predict what's going to happen, whether or not Google and Microsoft beat or miss or whatever. I think it's hard to tell. You don't know what's already priced in, right? Considering that we've been, pretty bullish the last month, I would say they probably have priced in the best expectations, so surprise likely favors the downside. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, we're getting our usual movement. Nothing. Stall out for the last 15 minutes before market open. That's becoming our usual pattern this last 2-3 weeks. The pre-game stall. Good morning, Pat Trader, by the way. Good to see you. Hey, Spicy. Lots of back testing. Okay. Are you trying to automate a strategy, or what were you back testing? Well, that's wild. Macaroons, a McDonald's that just is robots. Well, we'll see if that affects prices today. Nice, Spicy. I'm glad you're doing your homework over the weekend. Man, that's dedication. Good job. Got to be able to, study your trades, study your data. If you're not keeping track of your trades in a journal, some sort of software, you are definitely doing yourself a disservice. Being able to look back, see what worked, see what didn't, and really have some solid data to back that up. Like, oh, when I do this setup, here's my win rate and profit factor. Like, if you don't know those things, it's really hard to both develop and trust your edge. So yeah, get a trade journal. Even if you just make an Excel sheet, that's fine, but keep track of your trades. Four minutes to open here. Coming perfectly off those range highs. Would not be surprised if we drop into Hades right now. But again, gotta be cautious with this big uptrend. And I know some of you already have a break a new high of this. However, it does not look that way on the 10K. So you still, again, could have a break and a push to a new high. So even though we're coming off the range high, it's a little bit sketchy to sell. Now, we want to wait a little bit. I would definitely feel more comfortable if we got one push up right here and then plummeted down. That would really solidify it for me that we're headed down. So we'll see. Although if we just get this kind of vertical move below the EMA, failed second entry long, I don't think I'm going to be able to pass that up. So lots of possibilities, guys. Yep, that's about where I'm at, Gary. It sounds like we're in the same boat. Failed second entry long below the EMA, but for me, it's got to happen really nicely because I do want to be cautious of one more leg up. What I don't want to see is a failed second entry long that happens kind of like this, really wide. That has a less likely chance of failing rather than this more vertical move. Yep, we got about 15 seconds till the open here. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Market is open. We got our first entry long right off the bat. It's like we were going first entry to a new high. Crazy. Okay, good. Now I can feel good about taking a short if things start to drop, because I for sure have a break right here and a move up to new high. This channel could be played out. Let's see especially how prices react up here at yesterday's high. Yeah, very strong open for sure. If it remains super strong, we might even consider a slightly wider channel. On the 10K, that's what it looks like. I'm not gonna do it unless we just continue to rock it up, especially past yesterday's high. So far, EMA holding prices here. Horn and Toad. Interesting. Holding prices again. Just playing around with a possible spike in channel. I don't think it's legit necessarily, but if it starts to become legit, I want to have it on my chart early. Back above that range high. That is a first entry long right there. We pull back and hold this level again and then get a second entry long. I will be tempted to take that. Again, taking a look on the 10K, this looks like a standard break here. And this is the big clue for me, is that right here, we already had a break a new high of a channel, but we could not push below the EMA. So if that holds prices here and again, I think you got to take a risk on a long. Yeah, looks like it's gonna go without us. And I think that's technically the second entry right there. pull back. First entry, this did pull back right here, so that is our second entry. But we can kind of look at this visually as a pullback. First entry, and then if we get a pullback, second entry, it could still work for sure. Okay, let's see what the EMA does here. In order to take along, I first need to see tick below here to draw in some shorts, and then a strong bullish finish. So far, we have not made a tick lower. It's just matching lows. So I'm not gonna take that, and it might go up here without us. And this might actually turn into a good failure, like Gary's mentioning. I think it's a little too early to take a short though, honestly. You have a clear bullish imbalance. Here, 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 here. Higher highs or higher lows each time. So a short might work, but I think you're kind of trying to top pick a little bit if you do that. Yep, count reset for sure. So we'll have to start counting our entries from here now. I think this is definitely starting to get a little bit late. We need prices right here to push above yesterday's high, this level right here. That second entry long right here worked. Or I guess a visual second entry long. I just couldn't take it with it not having ticked below this bearish bar. Glad you got it, Zippins. I think that was a solid trade, and literally that's the only thing I would have needed to enter that. Just one little tick below, because there was some entries, some shorts. We're gonna try to be short right there. Just needed one tick below to fill their orders, and then a push up, and I would have been long with that. Oh, nice, Aaron. It ticked below on your chart. Yeah, I would have been all over that for sure. Oh well, on to the next, yeah? Now to me, this definitely feels late for a long here. We have a lot of space here. In order to trust along, we really would want to see this come up and touch the top, get above yesterday's high here. Actually could, this bar still could go up, but I'm gonna need to see that before I feel confident in the long. We stall out below yesterday's high right here. I think we're gonna start to get a reversal. There we go. Yeah, Dylan, you can for sure use matching lows for an entry. There's no problem in that. So this is, by the rules, this is a fine trade for sure. Personally, I just didn't want to take it without it having ticked lower because we had a possible break and new high here. Without that though, if this was just all in one uptrend, I would have taken that. But the fact that we had already had a break and new high, the possibility for getting a little push down was there. So I needed this to be just right, and it wasn't. Okay, I do feel a little bit better about taking a long now that we have pushed above that area. We'll see how it forms. I want nice 2 legs in, forming right here by the channel and what will be the EMA, because it looks like the EMA is following this channel perfectly, which is another good sign. We got a count reset though. We made a new high. Boy, if you got this long right here, you have a nice little runner going. May have got stopped out there, it touched there, but didn't tick through, so you could still be alive. How'd you got that trade though, Johnny? That's awesome. Make sure to like the stream, guys, if you haven't already this morning. Making some good calls so far. Price action's playing out nicely. This was a solid trade that I know a lot of you took, and especially if it ticked lower on your chart, that'd be A+. Again, didn't quite touch the top here, but we are above yesterday's high. Got our first entry. Right here. This does feel a little bit late to me to take a second entry long, but we'll see. If it forms really nice, I'm gonna have to take it. And if you'll notice, guys, I had this channel drawn like, let's see. I had it drawn when we were like this, I believe. Maybe even like that. I can't remember. Yeah, it was like right around here. I had it drawn. So that is the advantage of drawing channels early, playing around with things. It's like, oh, this could be a possibility, and then look at that. I mean, it's held perfectly. So yeah, when you got a couple swings, play around with the channel, even if it doesn't look confirmed yet, because this kind of stuff can happen. Where it's like, oh dang, that's exactly right. Technically, Johnny, no, we only have our first entry. Because this is the high right here, so we got to start our count from here. And we have a pullback first entry. We haven't got our second pullback yet. Once we get our second pullback, which I think is going to happen now anything higher will be a second entry. Unless, the only thing, Johnny, I did not see how this bar formed, but if it first went higher and then went lower, then yes, we have had our second entry. So that's the only, again, if this bar went higher first and then lower and then higher again, then that is a second entry. Otherwise, it's just a first entry. Because this bar here is just continuation of that. Just continuing that move. Like we're gonna get our second entry right here. It is not close to the EMA or the channel. Okay, good. Turn down. There we go. If it forms, if a good second entry long forms here, I think I'm gonna have to take it. I want to see prices go down right here, though. There we go. Especially if we can hold this level. I just gotta take that. I agree, both Gary and Jocko. It does feel a little bit heavy. It's like it might reverse here. But if the stars align and we get a beautiful looking second entry, I think I have to take it anyway. I don't think that's gonna happen, especially with that doji. So I think I'm gonna hold off. There's the second entry above that bearish doji bar. Obviously can't take that. Maybe we get a nice double trap. That just looks super nice with the bullish bar. Might take that, but I think the wiser move would be to wait, because this could be an area where we get a big pullback, or maybe even continuing higher. But we haven't really had too much of a correction yet. That could be incoming. The 10K chart looks that way as well. Wonder if we can even find this little channel on the 10K. Yeah, we can. Oh, so, you know, on the 10K, it looks like it still has quite a bit of room. Especially if we get an entry right around here. Yeah, we are for sure getting stacked now. Yeah, this is where chess goes short, right? That's a good one, Jocko. Where you at, Chess? Where you at? He's lurking in the shadows, waiting for his big trade. It'll come. It'll come when we least expect it. 5 minutes before I end the stream, Chess will just pop in. Short at this level. Get a 100-point move. I'd watch out taking a short here. Although this is feeling pretty stacked. Feels heavy for sure. We do have a little break, but you can, just like what's happening now, this is a pretty big channel, and again, our bias overall bullish. Look at that. Don't try to pick a top up here. This could keep going all day long. Wait for, if you're gonna look for a short, really wait for prices to go push below the EMA strongly and then give you a nice failed second entry long, or even like form a legit channel and do a second entry short. Either way, I think you need to be a little patient on a short here. We had our break, almost a new high. Couple ticks away from a new high. Let's see if we can get that push. Question for everyone, are our bars still looking really different? Does anyone have the same bars as me, or am I kind of off in my own world here? Right on, Jocko. Cool. We definitely got a little range going here. Here's something we're gonna try. I don't know if this does anything, but maybe opening a separate window here might do something. And I'm gonna reload data. That looks about the same. Dang, that screwed up all my channels. Oh, interesting. Now that I'm redrawing that channel, it doesn't look like we have a break yet. But it does feel ripe for a reversal here with no new highs. We got a little wedge going here. Cannot get above this level, but continual higher lows. Something has got to give here. Looks like we will have a pretty violent candle one way or the other coming up. So caution out there all. When you have a long trend like this that just all of a sudden compresses, there's going to be a movement. It's like a rubber band. Or a coil, rather. You won't, yeah, when prices get pressed together like this, you get a lot of people putting in orders either way for a break above or a break below, and so there's a lot of fuel for the fire, if you will. Once the market does move, all those stops get eaten up, and then people joining the move, and it can really just start moving. Now again, I don't know which way that's going to happen. It really could happen either way. I kind of like the idea of a failed breakout. We already have here a first entry long. Maybe we get, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to take any longs in this short-term channel here. It's a good area to wait, basically. See, they're already getting a bunch of shorts right here. Guarantee people had orders in right below that bearish bar, and they are starting to get wiped out. Okay, so now our little down channel does have a break here and likely a new low. There's a bunch of stops on there. But if we get a nice bullish reversal, I might have to take this failed breakout. That's just a 6-tick bar. Pretty small risk. Now, doji. Yeah, Gary, this is a good sand hitting area on the chart. Did I say that right? Sand hitting? Sand hand sitting. Sand hitting. Oh boy. I think by that that alone I should probably just take a break if I'm messing up my words like that. Yeah, you get this kind of congestion, the probability of success goes way down, so sitting on your hands, always a good option. There's all those stop orders. Everyone who just blindly went long in this congestion, getting stopped out here. We'll see if this is a failed breakout and all these shorts get trapped as well. I got a feeling that that's what's about to happen. There's no real good way to draw this channel. Oh, maybe like that. No good bar to take the failed breakout there, unfortunately. You just had this bearish bar, and then we're reversing. No good way about that. No high probability setup. There's a possible higher low. But now that we have this little down channel and a break, we could get a new low of that, so not keen on playing that. Okay, looks like we might get a new low of that little bearish correction. I'm also gonna play around with channels here, just in case we start getting more downward momentum. I think there might be a possibility here. And how I had this channel drawn earlier, it looked like, yeah, it was like that. And our move upwards already had a break and almost a new high, so we could consider that played out, especially since we pushed below the EMA and are holding that. So we might get a good short that sets up here. We got matching lows down at the bottom, so we got to reset the count here. But we could get a pullback, first entry, pullback, second entry. I think that I would be inclined to take that. So far, EMA is holding prices below it. We were not able to get anything going on the bullish side. No failed breakout. The bottom of the range is now resistance. So yeah, I'm looking for a second entry short. We'll see if it forms right, and maybe we can get a trade in. No entry there. And although this is a double bottom here, you know, visually it's already does look like our first entry, second entry. So technically supposed to restart the count here, but I might, you know, if it looks really nice, I might still take that as a second entry. Unfortunately, this kind of looks congested in here as well. So not super clean by any means. Thanks for that call out, Gary. Yeah, looking at this level here, I don't know how legit that level is. We didn't really do anything with it. Prices kind of went back and forth above and below. So I'm not seeing anything too concerning. Obviously, if you zoom out and look to the left, there's a lot there, but I think I'm gonna play today just as it is. But again, this isn't like a super clean setup anyway. This is looking stacked, so I'm not gonna jump into anything here. I might take a short here though. This will be a second entry. We already have pullback first entry. We can get our second entry holding EMA, holding the bottom of this range. I can feel pretty decent about that. But we're moving up too high now. Alright, I'm going to take that bigger channel off. That didn't end up playing out. So this really does look like this move here. Break. New low. Pushing up now back into the range. Dang, quite the steep move. Let's see what the 10K looks like on that. Yeah, on the 10K, this just looks like the second leg up to a new high. Yeah, this just looks like one channel and a break and a push up. I think that's what we're looking at. And that's wonderful and everything, but I don't think we can do anything. Yeah, exactly, Gary. This is the new high of that upper trend. Exactly my thoughts. We'll see. Maybe a reversal here. Now that we've had a new high, maybe prices can reverse, give us something to do here. I like it. I like it. New high here. Straight reversal. This is likely an overshoot of this channel, so all signs pointing to the possibility of a short. Agreed, Gary. Let's take a look and see if we can get a failed second entry long here. Would have liked the first entry to have already happened. We don't want this to get too low. The failures like that work best if it's like one entry right away and then another entry right around a key entry point like the EMA here. That is our first entry long. See a push below the EMA, maybe one more entry right around the bottom of the range would be awesome. Below the EMA, below that. But that might not be in the cards. We might be headed higher still. So far, EMA holding prices. We also have this previous range resistance now acting as support. Yeah, I don't think there's a trade there either. Boy, we just cannot get any movement one way or the other. We're just trapped here, man. Let me see what the 5-minute chart's looking like. Yeah, nothing new. What company did I say was reporting earnings today? It wasn't a tech company. I don't remember, but I don't know. Maybe the market's waiting on that. Or they're in a holding pattern for Google and Microsoft tomorrow. That could be. I'm going to play around with widening this range a little bit. Kind of looks legit. Obviously, you know, you had this bottom here, and it looks like the midline was holding right there. So I might keep this up. Right, Gary? Wow, shocker, a range. Who would have thought? Here's that failed second entry long. I can't take it in the middle of this range, but might work out. Coming off the top, this down channel needs a new low. First entry long. Second entry long. Oh, I guess that never even ticked back. I guess we don't technically have our second entry long. Unless this bar ticked below on your chart. I do want to see us move down to the bottom of the range here. Then we could at least have a range that we can trust. No. Trustworthy ranges are hard to find these days. Because yeah, we're coming off the highs here, so you want to see prices move down to the bottom. If that doesn't happen, then we're going to start getting a bullish imbalance. Then we're going to have to look at the possibility of, you know, something like this developing. We don't want to do that, okay? We want a nice predictable range. This already has a move down. It's got to break. Let's move to a new low. But it does not look like that's happening, unfortunately. Morning, Black Knees. See, now we're at the top of the range, and you know, typically I would want to short this. All these touches, man, look at it. There. So I'd want to short here, but we never made it down to the bottom, and that's exactly why I wanted prices to go down there. Now it's like, now there is a bullish imbalance going on, so hard to short because you might have continuation here. Black Knees, my stop always goes one tick below the signal bar, which is the bar that I go long above for long. Or, you know, vice versa for shorts, obviously. It's always one bar is both the entry and the stop loss. All right, 10K, what are you showing us? I mean, again, this just looks like the new extreme of this move. Break. This wasn't a super convincing new high here, so maybe we move just a little bit higher, and then we can look for a larger correction. Based on price action, I think that is likely what is going to happen. But who knows, man? We could get really move into the upside here and have a larger channel going like that. It's a distinct possibility. For this to be valid, though, we will need to see prices come up and get up in this area. I wonder if this, I'm gonna copy it and see what it looks like on the 10K. Yeah, pretty close. That could certainly be valid. Prices keep moving up into this zone, so I kind of like that. I'm gonna keep that up there just in case. But if we move below this line right here, definitely gonna delete it. You know, with all these tops here have not got above definite range looking in the last, since the open, essentially. All right, interesting. Our channel starting to look the possibility of being confirmed here. I like that. See if we can push up into this zone up here. Outer space, we'll call it. Yet again, we're getting squeezed here. Just like what happened in this area, you had all these higher lows going up, but then the top was static and you had a break to the downside. So that looks like that's happening again. All these higher lows here, higher lows, but so far the top is static. So maybe we'll get another push to the downside there. Riveting price action. Man, if it wasn't for the insane earnings potential of trading, this would be like the most boring video game ever. Like, alright guys, look for an entry. Wait 8 hours and look at this bar chart slowly form and see where you can get an entry. Some days things are moving quick and it's, you know, super fun and everything's, but geez Louise. Days like this, it's like good night. Not even a boss level, it's just an endless bar chart. Endless bar chart, that's it. Nice, Gary. Glad you're in the green. That's awesome feeling, especially on a crazy, crappy Monday like today. I'm gonna try to look for that measured move you're calling out. Hard to say the top of this is. I would probably put it right there. $41.66. This is how I kind of see that measured move. I mean, I'm sure if you do it to here or to here, maybe that's what you're looking at. Why, even that, I don't know. That's probably as low as I would put it, is right here. All right, turning down off the top here. I think we were gonna get a big old flush. Or Gary, maybe you're thinking of like a more small term measured move like this. Yeah, that's probably what you're looking at. Will this actually break out? Tune in on today's episode of Watching the Grass Grow. That's tempting to take a short on right there. I feel like this is gonna flush hard. Like so. Yep. I should have probably taken a risk on that one. I don't know, it's just hard. Even though the action was kind of crappy, he's still in an uptrend. So we'd be trading directly against that. Then again, I guess like I was hesitating because we had never touched the bottom of the trading range, but this wasn't really like the move to the top. It never even closed there, so this is our failed breakout right here. Lower high right here. Should have probably taken a chance. I'm glad you got it though, Jocko. That's a tasty move. Let's see if this can actually start something. That would be awesome. We get a legitimate trend. Imagine that. Yeah, Jocko, this is going to be a good one. If it were me, I would probably take profit here if I was short. You got this range. Yeah, nice. Good. I think that's a good place to take profit. You got to break out of the lower end of the range. We could certainly see a bounce up into here. It's not like we're in a trend day, so I would take profit when you get a big flush like that. Good trade, man. There still might be a chance for the rest of us here. If we can continue down, confirming this channel, stay below the range, get a nice second entry short. Oh no, Yako, no, don't say it's true. Don't mess around. That's helpful to me too, to think about like what my profit would have been without taking like marginal trades, right? Like if you trade, I don't know, just a bunch of random crap in here and get stopped out and say you're down, you know, whatever, 200 bucks, and then you get a nice trade like this and you make like a lot more. Thinking about, shoot, like what if I had just taken that? What if I'd skipped all this and just waited for just that one trade? How much more it would have been? Or combine like all your, you know, marginal, weird, random trades in here from the past like 5 days, add up all those losses, and then compare it to like what you would have you had just waited for even just one trade. Like what if you waited all 5 of those days just for that? Dang, look at this move. That was the trade of the day right there, boys and girls. Yeah, totally, Jocko. I think, again, that's why trade journals are so important, because you can filter that stuff out. Like, okay, I'm just going to take a look at what if I just waited for the best setup of the day, and like whatever your best trade of the day was. Yeah, take a look at that. Like, what if I had just waited for that? Yeah, Toad agreed. It was hard to trade with all that chop. And again, I had this channel, right? Very big, not trustworthy at all. But with all that bullish bias, that's kind of what was keeping me out of there. It's like, oh man, I don't know. We could end up just floating higher here. But should have trusted the range. You get a nice breakout here and then a confirmation lower high. That's a high probability trade. I should have seen that. And I mentioned it, but I just didn't take it. And Black and E's, I would highly advise against taking calls here. Highly advise against that. You're in a downtrend. This is a very strong move. You do not know how long that will continue. You're just trying to pick a bottom here. That's not going to go well. Well, it might go well today, but it will not go well in the long run. I'd get the heck out of there. Ye who pick bottom get stinky finger. That's Confucius. Alright, listen to Confucius's wisdom. don't think a second entry short is going to form down here. I think we're just going to keep dropping. Later, Blackanees. And that's why yep. When prices are dropping, you don't take a long. So with how strong this is, definitely looking at this being a wider channel. I'm going to keep it here for now, but yeah. Waiting for prices to correct after this big move way away from the EMA. We need to correct a little bit. That's coming for sure, but if we get a nice second entry short that holds the EMA, I will certainly consider that. We have a double bottom there, so we got to reset the count. And this also could just be the standard break and new low of our down move that then gets reversed. I kind of doubt that, given how strong this was. We also might get some sort of spike in channel. Lots of possibilities, guys. Lots of possibilities. Okay, let's see what the AMA does here. Give places a risk, stinky finger. For me, I would have to see a failed second entry short to get long here. I'm sure Mac probably has this marked as a decent trade. So you have a break and new low, nice bullish bar. He likes to take those sometimes for this higher low, but not really into that, to be honest. I want to see. I would take a second entry, a failed second entry short. So far, though, oh yeah, for sure, Jocko. I thought you were talking about risking a long here. But this is the break and new low here. And this is acting like that. We're getting a bounce. So I think you gotta wait, let this bullish correction play out. See if it's gonna do anything. Yeah, Jocko, I mean, I think this is a decent trade. You know, if you're more aggressive and taking a lot of aggressive setups, this is one you could consider. You had this move down, break a new low, you know, 3 candles here at the bottom, nice bullish bar. It's something to consider risking if you're aggressive. But I think, you know, if you're not consistently profitable, don't take that. You're not already, you know, nailing all the second entries with the trend. And you don't want to mess around with something like that. Okay, so we're not, doesn't look like we're able to get above the EMA here. Doesn't fit very well to draw a bigger channel. Maybe that spike in channel here. We'll see if this holds. If this holds, I might consider taking... Might do a second entry short right here. This goes bearish. It's gonna have to look pretty nice though. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that now. We could get 2 legs up. Yeah, for sure, Gary. That's the other thing I was gonna say. Is wait to see if EMA holds prices. And then yeah, wait for a confirmation since we already had a break a new low. For sure. Totally agree on that. And now that's definitely what I'll be looking for. You know, if the second entry short forms here, I won't take that, but I will take a lower high. Our little bullish correction is played out with a break and new high, so selling is back on the table, boys and girls. There's the second entry short. See if we can get that lower high. Just don't rock it down without us. Please, market. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Let's go. Get that lower high. Come on now. Still got a chance on it. It hasn't gone too far down yet. Here we go. This would be the perfect area for this to happen. See a nice tick above. Nice bearish bar. Come on, baby. One of those moments where I'm reminding myself, just let the market do what it's gonna do, and if it gives you a setup, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's easy to impose our will on the market sometimes when we really want a setup to happen. Does not look like we're gonna get that lower high. Still could happen here. It's getting less probable, meaning the set, like, even if it happens here, the probability will go down a little bit. The second entry short ended up working here. Not a bad one to try to take. It did push back below the EMA and closed below, so that was good. And you did have, you know, your break a new high, but after coming off this move down over here and already having a break a new low, like Gary said, I wanted to wait for a little bit of confirmation that we were indeed going to continue bearishness. We've not got a lower high, and now we're starting to get a little bit congested. All right, Dylan, take care. A little bit of a mini range forming here. This is actually the second entry long. wondering if this could be a wider bullish channel. Doesn't look bad, but can't take a long. That would be highly, highly aggressive. Well, guys, it looks like we are headed back into the beautiful little congestion. So lovely. So lovely. Hard to say where we go from here. I think this is going to be one of those kind of mixed days where you just got to follow the short-term channels. You know, we had this big move up, spiking channel that had a breaking new high. Nice move down, had breaking new low. And now we're just in a range, so longs would have worked here, shorts would have worked there. And I think we're going to be settling into some mixed trading. So always just follow the most current channel, the most recent bias. Right now, we don't really have it because all of our channels are played out. Just have a range. So wait for, you know, a big move out one way or another, and then some confirmation with a second entry in the direction of that trend. You could, I guess, play this little range. Look for a failed breakout one way or the other. I would almost prefer a long here, to be honest. A little failed breakout to the downside and a nice bullish bar. There's just going to be a lot of people that are wanting to join this big move down. Maybe shorted right here. Expecting, you know, even further, but we're starting to get a lot of support here. We could trap all those shorts. I'm almost inclined to trade that, but other than that, no huge overall bias for the day. I think this bar wouldn't be bad to take long. Probably prefer to wait for an actual failed breakout rather than just a bar on the extreme. But anyway, that's what I'm seeing for today. Man, there was definitely some paint drying sections in here, but looks like we're starting to get some decent movement, and hopefully this can shape up to be a good day with a lot of setups. So yeah, continue to stay on the right side of the market, guys. As always, appreciate you joining me, and we'll see you tomorrow. Happy trading, everyone.